welcome back to Budget Stuff Save Repeat. I'm Melissa. Thank you so much for being here. So, a few weeks ago or a month ago, I talked about being a federal employee and the government shutdown just a little bit. And I said I would show my budget if some people wanted to see it. And I kind of like dragged my feet on it because I'm just going to be honest. I don't like talking about the government when I'm not there. As a federal employee, it hasn't been that much fun. And so one of my coping mechanisms is that when I'm there, I work. When I'm not there, I kind of shut it down altogether. So the experience for me has not been terrible during the shutdown. I share with you guys that I was one of those employees that actually got paid, so I didn't miss a paycheck. And I should say that I'm recording this on November the 11th. Happy Veterans Day, and thank you to all of our troops who serve and keep us safe here in the United States. But you guys won't see this until the 17th. But when I knew that the government was going to shut down, I didn't know if I was going to get paid or not because I've been with the federal government for 24 years and I have experienced previous shutdowns and I did not get paid. And I was required to work with no pay. And the last shutdown, it was a month long. So we missed two paychecks. So what I did was I went to my budget and I made adjustments. So this video is going to kind of be like a two-in-one. I didn't have to use my shutdown plan, but I had one. And this is the beauty of budgeting. And then I'll just touch into my budget for 2026 just to show you guys what I do and why even if in the worst case scenario I would not have gotten paid, my budget still would have helped. So I'm just going to jump into it. I don't want to be long-winded with this. This is like what my budget sheets look like. I do them for the year. I do them in like September. And I just start planning because I am a salary employee and my husband is also a salary employee. So we know what we will get paid every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks for me and twice a month for him. And so I know the dates. All you got to do is you start the dates when you're going to get paid, and then you can just drag down and it'll do it every 2 weeks for you. And what I did was I just removed my salary. I just took it off. And when I took my salary off, I knew these are the items that we budget for every month. I filled out my sheet as best as I could. I saw what the loss was, and that told me that for what we were going to pay, we were going to be $900 short. Let me see if I can bring that in a little bit more. We were going to be $900 short. So I was planning on taking that from our step down. So I do a retirement. I'm stepping down my salary. Um, I'm stepping down my salary to closely match my pension when I retire. So there's more than $900 in those envelopes. So we were just going to take $900. We were going to I have a list over here of everything that we was not going to pay or we were going to reduce. So we were going to pay $1,800 towards our mortgage. It's a little bit less than that, the actual amount that we owe per month. But I was going to not pay the $1,800 extra that we were going to pay. I wasn't going to take out money for our trip. I wasn't going to step down my salary. That's $380. I was going to wait till I got my back pay to pay my tithe. I wasn't going to do my savings challenges, my kids' savings. I wasn't even going to pay my car note, and it says $800. We don't owe that much per month. I just pay extra on my car, and so we are months ahead. So I could skip a payment. I wasn't going to set money aside for Amazon Prime because I do that throughout the year so that we can cover our Amazon Prime, our Sapphire bill, our annual fee. I wasn't going to hold out for that. So I knew also that I would have to replace my step down money that I took out of $900. So one of the reasons why I wanted to just do it this way and use my savings challenges versus using my savings or the interest free loans that they were offering or any other method was because I have learned that when I take out of savings, I didn't put back exactly what I took out. So if I took out 3,000, it's like when I get my back pay of 3,000, I am like, oh, let me just put in 2,500 or 2,000 and do something else with the money. So I figure if I did it this way, these are things that are still due that would make me just say, okay, let me go and do it. And I know that I'm fortunate that I have a spouse who is working and, but here's the thing, budgeting works. It really does. It's that thing that when you have a roadmap of what you have and where your money is going, it just makes it easier for you to do things when you have pop-ups, because the truth is, even if the government doesn't shut down, there's going to be a different pop-up. A car is going to need to be repaired, something in your house is going to break, a kid is going to need something. Life just keeps happening. So that is the beauty for me of budgeting. So with that being said, let's just take a quick peek at my plans for 2026. um, so the reason why I budget for the whole year, and I know it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming for me every time I do it, but I know the beauty in it. So I just plunge ahead and do the hard work. I like to see the big picture. So I know my husband and I have high salaries. At the end of the year, our take home would be $208,000. So when I see that large number, it tells me, oh, I can put $50,000 towards my mortgage. I can go on this trip. I can do certain things. I should be able to and fill in the blanks because I'm not looking at it from a $3,000 each pay period or $5,000 each pay period and what am I going to do? So I like to have the roadmap for the whole year. And so when I do my budget in September, this is my I wish we could do all of this type of budgeting. I throw out everything that I want to do. But as you can see, we are $9,650 short of everything that we want to do on this plan. So that tells me realistically, I'm going to have to reduce something, like, so this can't be the final plan, or I'm going to have to increase my income by almost $10,000. So that is the reality. And this just gives me, this is what I call honest budgeting. There's eating out on here, there's entertainment, there's trips, there's paying down our mortgage. And it's like, okay, so realistically, what can we do? And I still want to step down my salary so that I'm closer to retiring and living off the pension that I'm going to be receiving, because it's going to change. And if you see right here, stepping down 10,000 is about what we're short. So we're just going to have to strategize because we're planning for things that we know and we're being as honest as we can be. So budgeting works. Yeah, it's some things that are tedious, some things that you have to think about. It takes some of my attention, but it works in hard times. It is a roadmap, seriously. And even when I get paid every 2 weeks, I mean, on the 15th, if this was the plan we were using, I would just come down here and I would say, okay, 529s gets $200, life insurance gets $35, our allowances, car insurance, and I would just keep going down the road. A lot of this stuff is automated now. It takes me little 5, 10, 15 minutes to do it every 2 weeks when we get paid, and it's done. I don't have to think about it. So I would encourage you guys to just have a budget, any kind of budget that works for you, that's actually written, and you're giving your money an assignment. And you'll see it's life changing. I really do believe that the grass is greener on the other side financially when you actually make plans and put them in writing. So I hope this helps someone. I know this is not my typical video. I only do this like once a year where I share it with you guys, but that's really all I have to do. If not, I would be coming over here reading you up, payday, I'm paying all these things because that's how it would be and it's already planned out. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry I didn't share this earlier. Um, Working for the government right now hasn't been that much fun. And so I don't really like talking about it, in the sense that I have realized that one of my coping mechanisms is like when I'm at work, I do the work, I get through the day, but when I come home, I just like to disengage. It's not something that I want to drown in. I rather do my puzzle. And when I am recording, I want to do the fun stuff. I want to do my savings challenges and not really have to think about the government right now. So, sorry for dragging my feet, but thank you so much for the prayers. Thank you so much for the encouraging words. I have been praying for all of you that are government employees. Times are hard and budgeting works, especially in this economy. I'm seeing those prices at the grocery store. So keep budgeting, keep being honest with your budget, and we will come out on this. We will come out of this well on the other side. So thank you so much for being here again, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.